The Zone at 91.3 presents The B-Side.
Dan Gunn, man.
Dylan Wills, man.
How's it going, Dan?
Hey, Lambo, good to see you, buddy.
Nice to see you.
What's on the B-side today, fella?
So, a couple things. Two short ones. So, one, Rifflandia last weekend. At one point, I had my son and my nephew at Rifflandia. They were hungry. And so I scanned the food trucks, and I see Coast Lunchbox. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go get something at Coast Lunchbox. I'm going to get them some of those garlic fries. And they were delicious.
Yeah.
And Josh there's a good guy. And everybody
He's not the other Josh you keep hearing about.
So there's another Josh with a food truck, and it's got Coast in the name.
Yeah.
Or Fresh. Well, now I think I've said it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, they're in some controversy over a fat-shaming post on Instagram, and a lot of people are confusing the Joshes and the Coasts. So listen, Coast Lunchbox. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to go there for lunch today.
Yeah.
They're
Nice.
set up on Harold Street.
He's a great dude. I know that guy too.
Parking lot, 610.
He is a great guy.
And it's really good.
Sure.
Like, it's really good, and that's a good operation too. You know,
I got to tell you something.
All
I'm
right.
sorry to interrupt, but I got to say this about them because they offer delicious, healthy options out of a food truck. Now, don't get me wrong. I like to get down on some heinous food truck food like once a month. Okay. That's just me personally, but I like to support these types of entrepreneurs who are out there doing their food truck thing. So I appreciate when there are healthier options out there because I feel much more comfortable going there regularly.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're doing a whole weekend around food trucks. You can't always eat poutine.
Right.
How
Exactly.
much pulled pork can a man endure? Yeah.
Say that 5 times fast. How much pulled pork if a pulled pork if a pork and pork?
Yeah, exactly. And also on Josh's management front too, I noted how tight an operation that was. You know, 2 cooks going, he's dishing out the orders, person taking the orders down below. Everybody else has a long lineup. He's got like 8 people waiting. Your order's coming out fast. So anyways, Coach
You're a
Lunchbox.
guy with your finger on the pulse of the happenings of the inner workings of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada on a bureaucratic level. Are we ever going to see a day in Victoria where food trucks are fully welcome in the downtown core?
Yes.
Good.
But I'm not in charge of any of that, and I haven't heard anybody saying that that's the case. I'm just going to
Okay.
believe that that's happening.
Wonderful.
Right? Street food is in many, many cities, and as they grow, it becomes a requirement.
Sure.
And, you know, I feel like we're seeing them more and more, and we have good offerings. And like Frank Zambri said, from Zambri's, he said...
Peter Zambri.
Peter Zambri, sorry. Who's Frank? Anyway, Peter Zambri said...
You're thinking of Frank Zappa.
Yeah, of course.
Who said, yeah, I'm freaking weird.
Yeah, as Zambri said... if a food truck's set up in front of my restaurant and I can't compete with them, then I'm not doing my job. I'm not right. And so I think they're different offerings. Anyways, the other thing that everybody should know about is Light Up West Hills. Or
Yeah.
Light Up the West Hills. And so a few weeks ago, we talked about a whole bunch of festival artists and their light structures. It turns out they're all at this thing this Saturday night. So if you've been listening, you've been curious about like the Phoenix Rainbow Project or the Stalagnite by Studio Robazo or Monkey See Interactive's Registroid or Aurora by Limbic.
Or that handmade lantern hanging directly in front of you.
Yes, this is beautiful. Then families are encouraged to go up to the West Hills and walk along and see it and see some of these things that have been all over like the West Coast of North America at a variety of festivals. So that's
Love
a really
it.
cool thing for people to do as a family. It starts at 7:30. It's Saturday night. Go to the West Hills, have a good time.
Cool. All right. More details on that event and the food trucks and such.
Always check thebside.com.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Dan.